our presentation on why the U.S. should lower the legal drinking age. With us in college right now, we're surrounded by a lot of minors who are drinking, and we want to explain why that is and why we think it should be changed.
Why it'd be safer if we change it. So first of all, it's important to know why the drinking age is 21 currently. So in 1984, the National Minimum Drinking Age Act of 1984, go figure, it made it so all states were required to raise the minimum drinking age to 21. Now, this is just the purchase and public possession of alcohol, so technically still today, drinking alcohol in a private establishment is not illegal for people who are under 21. You can do it at home with your parents. But, you know, it forces kids to go into secrecy and drink. And failure to comply with this results in a reduction of the funding for the highways. So, obviously, states are going to comply so that they can build an infrastructure, build highways. It's important for people to get around. The winter we had, you know how much money we are going to need to fix the roads, so it's definitely important. And a current example is Puerto Rico is currently under pressure to raise their drinking age to 21 because it is a territory of the United States, but they have not done it because they have such a huge industry. People go on spring break, they don't require a passport, they can drink there. They're famous for their rum and their pina coladas, so it's definitely a big industry there. Now, we're going to tell you why the drinking age is not effective. Now, 5,000 young people die every year from underage drinking accidents, and just some statistics. And this is for high school kids, not even college students, kids in high school. So in the past 30 days, 35% of them drank some type of alcohol. They drink. 21% of students binge drink. And the scary one is 10% drove after drinking. Now, most kids don't even have their cars, so it's a scary number. And 22% of kids got into a car with a drunk driver. So, now, 18 years old, you're considered an adult on paper, obviously. You have, you can go to war for your country. You're tried as an adult in the court system. You can go to jail, not juvie. You can buy cigarettes, porn, and scratch tickets. You can gamble, do all that good stuff. Get married, or even adopt a kid. You can do all of that except go to a bar and get a beer.
Alrighty, so obviously the current drinking age is a problem and needs to be addressed. Legal or not, kids are still drinking. So out of all the consumption of alcohol in the United States, 18% is consumed by underage drinkers. And compared to the 35% in high school, 80% of college students, underage college students, have drank alcohol before. With underage drinking, it usually happens in private areas such as basements, the woods, friends' houses, far away from supervision, and likely not going to get help if a medical emergency arises because of the laws against them. They don't want to get in trouble, so if someone passes out, they're like, oh, he's fine, he'll come to eventually, because we don't want to get in trouble for it. It's so hard for kids to get alcohol. When they do get alcohol, they don't know how to handle it. They're going to drink too much at one time, which is binge drinking. Binge drinking is consuming an excessive amount of alcohol in a short period of time. This is extremely common, and although the rate of drunk driving accidents has decreased since this law has gone into place, the amount of binge drinking deaths has risen since the law has been in place.
And off-road deaths. So. kids dying in the swamps out behind in the woods and everything. So it's dangerous.
As far as binge drinking is concerned, 5 drinks in 2 hours for men is considered binge drinking. For a woman, it's 4. That's not that much. I mean, it is a lot, but it's not as common. Like if you go to a party, this isn't uncommon at all. The risks that come along with it is alcohol poisoning, blacking out, vomiting, and liver and kidney failure. So some of these are temporary, but some of these can alter your life seriously, like for the rest of your life. The drinking age should be lowered. So this graph shows us all the countries and what their legal drinking age is. So for the age of 21, only 6 countries have that. There's more countries that don't have a drinking age at all than have the age of 21. 18 is the most popular, with over 100 countries having that. And the more underground drinking means less supervised drinking. So with more supervised drinking, they won't be forced to experiment in secrecy, and parents will be able to supervise. And lowering the legal drinking age will provide safe and controlled venues to drink, such as bars, clubs, concerts, where the servers are legally obligated to cut you off at some point. And if you're passed out in a corner, they're legally obligated to call the police. So that's a safety reason.
So now I will talk about why we should reduce the drinking age from 18 to 21 to 18. More than tourism, so like a lot of teenagers with age of 18 to 20, they will go to countries with drinking age of 18. For example, Europe, go instead of the US. If the drinking age is reduced to 18, it will attract more and more young tourists. Another point is that a lot of money is made from selling alcohol. So if the young can buy the alcohol, it will give a boost to stimulate the economy. Maturity and responsible drinking. Now is to inform the young with knowledge about drinking. Supervised drinking environments equals safe drinking places. With the drinking age of 21, a lot would continue to drink illegally. Rebellion is cool to get wasted and break the law. Fake IDs will still be used to purchase alcohol. And there will be more private underage drinking. So they will drink at, for example, their friend's house. It will make it a lot more difficult to stop and more dangerous because no one could know when bad thing happens. Parent education is to teach their children responsible drinking and dangers associated. Like Queens has mentioned before, there are many diseases related to drinking. So their parents could tell their children to be aware, to drink, to enjoy, not to get drunk. No drinking and driving. Drunk driving is extremely dangerous, not only to the driver, but also to the people around them. So the parents should encourage their children to call them for the rides after drinking. Say no is okay. So a lot of time you get invited for a drink, then you can always refuse politely. And designers, drivers are awesome. Reaching the drinking age. We should have school-based programs, not a scare tactic, but informative, to inform the student about the consequence of bad drinking habits, such as binge drinking. There are a total of 136 colleges have advocated in favor of lowering the drinking age on campus. This is to reduce the risk of alcohol-related injury, and we should have supervised bar on campus. It means less drunk driving and safer drinking. Last is to join the program through responsibility.
And that's all we have. Anyone